residents to evacuate, with images from AFP TV showing plumes of smoke shrouding the neighborhood. A tragic hit-and-run attack at sports center in the southern Chinese city of Zhuhai killed 35 people and injured 43. The incident took place on the evening of November 12th when a small off-road vehicle rammed into a large number of people outside the sports center. Meanwhile, Zhuhai police apprehended the accused, a 62-year-old man surnamed Fan, who was taken to a hospital for treatment. Hundreds of rescue personnel from Zhuhai city and Guangdong province were deployed to provide emergency treatment. More than 300 healthcare workers from 5 hospitals worked around the clock to save lives, reported the Beijing media. New storms in Spain caused school closures and train cancellations on Wednesday, 2 weeks after flash floods in Valencia and other parts of the country killed more than 220 people and destroyed thousands of homes. Coastal areas of Valencia are placed under the highest alert on Wednesday evening. Forecasters said up to 180 millimeters, which approximates to 7 inches of rain, could fall there within 5 hours. Cleanup efforts in the parts of Valencia hardest hit by the October 29 storm were still continuing, and there were concerns over what more rain could bring to streets still covered with mud and debris. In Amsterdam, police have detained hundreds of demonstrators who defied a ban on protests to rally in support of Palestine. Tensions remain high after violence rocked the Dutch capital last week when Israel football fans were visiting the city. Now, far-right politicians are calling for anyone accused of the violence to be deported.
We're saying no to genocide!
And when we say we are on the side of the...
Ik doe niks! Ik ben bezig, ik ben alleen maar aan het filmen! Ik ben alleen maar aan het filmen!
We won't be silent free! Stop the bombing! No, 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 no! One! Genocide! Stand up! It's saying no to genocide! Stand up! It's saying... Are you? We are peaceful, what are you? We are peaceful, what are you? We are peaceful, what are you? Our
een beetje afstand. Ja, dankjewel.
We're saying no to genocide!
And when we say we are on the side of the...
Au. Ik doe niks. Ik ben best. Ik ben alleen maar schilderen. Au.
Middle East remains and sand in the crossfire of the Israel versus Triple H conflict. A barrage of Hezbollah rockets crossed into northern Israel on November 13th to add more fuel to the already lit fire. Majority of the rockets were intercepted by Israel's strong air defense systems. The Israeli military confirmed the interception of 20 rockets with some impact on the ground. One of the rockets hit a house in Maulat Tarshiha, but no casualties were reported. In retaliation, Israel struck Hezbollah-controlled areas in southern Beirut for a second consecutive day. The escalation mirrors Israel's ongoing war in Gaza, increasing tensions in the Middle East.
בבקשה, זה העזרה הכי טובה. בסדר, אין נפגעים, כולם.
איפה בבקשה? חבר'ה, נו מה נסגר? חבר'ה, לצאת החוצה בבקשה. חבר'ה. איפה? איפה? חבר'ה, נו מה נסגר? לכו אחורה בבקשה, יותר הלאה.
תתפנו בבקשה, זה העזרה הכי טובה.
חבר'ה, לצאת החוצה. איפה? איפה?
בסדר, אין נפגעים, כולם. בית שלך
אם אני אשלח לך מפה.
חבר'ה, כולם מקום. יותר הלאה. נו מה נסגר? נו מה נסגר? איפה? איפה?
U.S. Senate Republicans chose John Thune as their next leader. At a press conference, Thune pledged to advance Trump's agenda while upholding the Senate's traditional 60-vote threshold on most legislation. At a news conference, Thune expressed his commitment to swiftly confirming Trump's nominees and collaborating to reduce government spending and enhance border security. We are eager to take back the majority and partner with our House colleagues to implement President Trump's agenda, he further added.
The American people have loudly rejected the failed policies of the Biden-Harris-Schumer agenda. We are excited to reclaim the majority and to get to work with our colleagues in the House to enact President Trump's agenda. We will make sure that the President and his team have the tools and the support that they need to enforce border security laws and to remove the violent criminals who are wreaking havoc in every one of our states. It's a new day in the United States Senate, and it's a new day in America. The American people have loudly rejected the failed policies of the Biden-Harris-Schumer agenda. And this Republican team is united. We are on one team. We are excited to reclaim the majority and to get to work with our colleagues in the House to enact President Trump's agenda. We have a mandate from the American people. A mandate not only to clean up the mess left by the Biden-Harris-Schumer agenda, but also to deliver on President Trump's priorities. We will make sure that the President and his team have the tools and the support that they need to enforce border security laws and to remove the violent criminals who are wreaking havoc in every one of our states. And I want to thank my colleagues who placed their faith in me to serve as leader, and to those who were supporting another candidate. I promise to be a leader who serves the entire Republican conference. Well, I mean, the Senate, as you know, is by the founders' design, a place where the minority has a voice in our process, and we will do the job that the founders intended us to do in the United States Senate, and that the American people intend us to do. And that, right now, after this mandate election coming out of the American people, is to work with this president on an agenda that unwinds a lot of the damage of the Biden-Harris-Schumer agenda and puts in place new policies that will move our country forward in a different direction. The American
Proving his mettle, Donald Trump is set to become President of the United States once again after historic victory. On November 13, President-elect Donald Trump met his political rival, U.S. President Joe Biden, at the White House. Now Donald Trump is expanding his cabinet with key announcements to run the U.S. government after coming to power. Donald Trump on November 13th announced the appointment of Tulasi Gabbard as the Director of National Intelligence. Notably, Tulasi Gabbard is the first U.S. Hindu lawmaker to be named as country's spy chief by Donald Trump. Trump has announced other key appointments for his 2024 administration, including big names like Elon Musk.
To stand here with you today, President Trump, and announce that I'm joining the Republican Party. Of America.
And that's all for news. World News 360. Stay tuned to CVR News English.